screen. And this is kind of like the hub of the system, and obviously you have applications on the screen, audio, navigation, phone. These are all fully customizable, and then I can swipe this from one page to the next.
There's gesture recognition.
Yep.
With a proximity sensor.
No, that purely at the moment there is proximity sensing happening here. You can see at the moment it's just pulling up the page indicator. So if I go to the bottom there, you can see the page indicator comes up here and tells me I've got 2 pages of information. If I go to audio, proximity sensing does a little more on audio. So you can see it brings up the application tray at the top of the screen, and it also brings up my controls for the application itself. So my hand comes in and I get my list of controls along the bottom, and I've got my application tray along the top. The application tray allows me to jump from one application to the next. You can see here I'm in audio, it's got the 3D rendered icon here. If I go to nav, you see I go back to a 2D icon and this becomes more rendered, and I'm in the nav application. I can then come into my phone application. So that application the application tray allows me to jump from one function to the next. So if I'm in audio, again I can then toggle this between tune and seek. So I've got a combined function in there. The proximity sensing also brings up my browse button, so I can go to a list. And this brings up my list of FM radio stations. On the left-hand side here, we've got a vertical keyboard that allows us to go from, I can do gross movements. So right now I'm on sort of 88.3. I can jump down to 99. I can jump up to 92. So that gives me a lot of control through there. I can then also swipe through that. Now actually I'm getting a haptic feedback on this as well, so as my finger runs over this I'm getting a little pulse back from the screen. I can also fling the list. I should be able to fling the list. So I can fling the list like that, so that's very familiar to people. And then also I can...
radio, okay.
And then I can also just use these to do more fine control, and then I can grab this and drag that around there as well. So there's lots of different ways to interface with the list functionality.
No more satellite?
Yeah, we have, so if I go to my radio band, I can then go to XM. And likewise, I can browse through a similar list through there.
Okay. Yeah.
Or BPM. And then also I can go to my media, and right now we've got we have a USB stick connected to this at the moment.
Okay. Where's your USB?
So one of the cool things we've also been able to do on this is remove the big silver box, the mechanism for the middle. So we've got 1.8 litres of storage in through here. This is flocked and lined, so it's very soft and quiet. And we also have a USB connector in the back there with a lighted ring around the outside of it. So that's where we've got the USB connector at the moment. There's also a second USB port in the armrest.
The standard interface, right? Not proprietary, okay.
No, this is just a standard USB.
Okay.
So we've got fully capacitive faceplate. The capacitive allows us to do some of these nice gestures on the screen and so on. I can pull my favourites up. I can drop my favourites down. Pull them back up. If I go to my home page, I can then edit the home page. So if I press and hold, it allows me to edit the content on the home page. I can move this around. I can customize all of that. I can then also customize my application tray up the top there as well. So if I want to add settings, I can do that. And then that's all set. I go to my audio page, and you can see that the application tray is updated. If I wanted to, if I go back to radio band, I go back to XM radio, I want to save that as a favourite, so I've saved that in there. If I go to the settings menu here, and I go to radio, and manage my favourites, and I can actually go in there and rename that as...
station name, okay.
Yeah, and I can call that BPM. Done. And then when I go back to radio, my favorite is named as BPM. So these favorites can be anything you like: playlists, navigation entries, destination.
So radio options, AM, FM, HD radio, XM radio.
Yep.
And what about the internet radio?
Internet radio?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be offering Pandora at launch. So
that's a native app, right?
So I've got Pandora there, which is an application on the home page. So that's embedded in the system, and then you bring your Pandora in with your connected device.
Okay. And I heard that there's one more native app, Stitcher. It's not implemented here?
No.
Okay. All right.
Other than the Pandora. No,
that is native.
Yep.
And what about you provide the vehicle API SDK to the third-party application vendors? And I heard that there are 30 application vendors.
Yeah, so we have agreements with some third-party providers at the moment, but we don't have anything to announce at this stage as to who that is and what we'll be providing. But we hope there may be up to 30 applications available.
That's going to be all HTML5 based.
And JavaScript.
Okay, all right. Can you show me the reconfigurable ICD?
Yep. This is our enhanced theme in the middle here. I've got a large area for navigation, audio, and phone functionality. And I can go in here. We don't have a phone connected right now, but I can go back and look at recent calls and my phone contacts and so on. I've got 3 zones that I can toggle between. And then I can change my layout. So if I go in here, I can see I've got display layouts. I can have a simple layout. So this has just a driver information center in the middle, a simple digital speedo. Got my now playing audio information, and then my fuel range on the side. And I can change maybe to the balanced look or the classic layout. So this is 3 gauges. I can then go in and manage the information. I can have my digital speedo. I can have a blank page with the needle. I'm actually rendering the navigation map here.
Okay.
I can then go over here and I can change my vehicle information, fuel range, trip, so on. And then over here I can change between XM, I can change between my audio information, my turn-by-turn nav, and then my phone information. And if I pick on that, I can then again manage my information through there. And then finally the performance layout. So this has a big dominant speedo and tack. And I can go over here and I can show my vehicle information here, which is then actually rendering a 3D car in the system to show my different vehicle information inside the car. So we can customize information within the 4 themes. So there's a very high level of customization and really tailoring the system to the customer's needs.
It's all through steering wheel control, right?
Yep. So this is a 5-way controller here. So left, right toggles me from the zones within the cluster, and then I've got a push to select in the middle, and then this just allows me to toggle up and down through information.
Are you wired?
Over here, this is our standard cruise control information. So I've got my cruise on off, cruise cancel, resume and set, and then I've got my speech recognition information over here. So this is my natural language speech recognition button, and this is our phone hang up.
So all reconfiguration is coming from here.
Yeah, we really wanted to. We wanted to offer a lot of information in the cluster, but we didn't want to overcomplicate the steering wheel control, so we just got a very simple 5-way controller.